What's up, interwebs? My name is Cravol, and let's have a talk about Hearthstone. Why don't we? So for those of you who don't know, for those of you who do not follow Hearthstone, they made some pretty big announcements this last week. They talked about the Year of the Mammoth, which sets are going to be cycling out, and the big thing that I'm going to be addressing, which is the fact that certain classic cards are going to be cycled into Wild. Now, a lot of these cards were a lot of my favorite cards, and honestly, my initial reaction was that I was not happy. I was honestly going to quit Hearthstone then and there. But upon actually thinking about it, upon looking at what they're doing and seeing what's going on, I have calmed down a little bit about it, and I think a lot of you guys will. So first of all, I'm going to talk about the cards that are going to be cycling out, and then I'm going to explain why it's not that bad of a thing, and what I personally and what a lot of other people see is happening with this. So to start out with, the cards that are cycling out, we are going to be losing Sylvanas, Ragnaros, Azure Drake, Conceal, Ice Lance, and Power Overwhelming, which is a weird set of cards, but they have explained why, and other than Azure Drake and Sylvanas, I do understand why. In compensation, we will be getting back, without disenchanting, the full cost of those cards, or at least the amount we could put in packs. So if you have a golden of each of those cards, you're going to get dust worth 2 golden legendaries, 2 golden Azure Drakes, and etc., etc. You get the idea. And that's dust for making rather than you would get dust for disenchanting them, which is fan-freaking-tastic. Basically, it does mean that, much like me, and much like my personal reaction, if you just spent 2 months saving up and crafting one of those, you're still going to get your dust back. You're still going to be able to craft something new as well. So that is a good thing. In fact, I have enough dust to craft a golden legendary, and I'm considering crafting Sylvanas or Ragnaros, simply in the knowledge that I will get a refund for it. And then when I play Wild, I'll be able to show off my pretty golden legendary. The reason they have been doing this, as me and a lot of people think, is that they are attempting to remove OTK and ridiculous combo decks from the game. Because of the nature of Hearthstone, it is very hard to counterplay your opponent, so you can't really do anything about what your opponent is doing on their turn until it is your turn, of course. So there are a lot of decks that take advantage of this, and you have ridiculous 30 damage in 1 turn combo decks, and removing stuff like Ice Lance, which is a cheap source of 4 damage, Power Overwhelming, which is exactly the same thing, Conceal, which can, prevent you from hitting certain minions, and, Ragnaros, which is an instant 8 damage when he hits the board. I can kind of get where they're going with that. Here's the thing with that, though. Because of the very nature of Hearthstone, because they have decided to make it easy and simple to play, there's always going to be those issues. There's always going to be decks that will take advantage of that and use them, some with more or less RNG. Personally, I get that they're trying to stop this, and I think that's a noble effort, but there would be a way that I would feel like would be a good way to do this, and that would be secrets. We've really done very little with secrets, but already stuff like Ice Block and Freezing Trap and Noble Sacrifice. Those 3, for the 3 classes that have secrets, those are 3 secrets that can stop combos like that in various different fashions. If we created a set of neutral secrets, I believe sincerely that that would solve a lot of these issues. You'd be able to text some of those in, and it would help you to prevent those massively powerful combos. But I do understand that Blizzard wants to remove that, and obviously people don't want to tech in those cards. So honestly, I feel like attempting to remove OTK from Hearthstone is, it's an uphill battle. It's one that they're never going to fully win, I don't think. But I do get why they're doing it, and I believe that they have chosen a path, and I would rather they dedicate themselves to it than hear a video like me saying, just make some secrets, and would get them to do something completely stupid with that. So I do think that they should continue on that path. And honestly, they have made some comments about making classic cards wild that actually make me happy, including unnerfing Molten Giant and moving it to wild. That would basically allow you to play a lot of the classic card or a lot of the classic decks that we can't play because of nerfs. Honestly, I feel like this could have been handled better. I feel like there could have been a lot of better ways to do this. But I will still continue to give Hearthstone a try, and I recommend you guys do the same. So, other than that, leave a comment on what your thoughts are. If you have any other ideas on it, leave a like if you agree with me. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great day, everyone. Toodles.